Foodie Beauty Vile Rage. Oh, I saw some clips about this. This is the one you said would piss you off.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No. I don't have enough snacks for this.
And Edge Hobbit is number 3 on the change.
Oh, nice.
Compares her with Beck's says Beck wasn't really highlights.
I get so mad when she pretends that she's a victim.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap.
Hey, I am still literally fasting.
Oh, see, this is what we were talking about.
All right, I am still literally fasting from food. I've had water, but food? No, because I slept weird hours, I'm telling you.
Sleeping is not fasting.
I'm still fasting. I've had water.
Because she just woke
Anyone
up?
who knows during Ramadan your sleep is even more messed up. Hey, Nina. This KFC sucks because it didn't give me a plastic fork. But no, I said yesterday I can't boycott, so
Fork.
I'm weak.
Forks are illegal.
Because I felt like a grifter. I was like, why am I asking people to buy my meals? Well, like, whatever, I don't know. A lot of mukbangers do it.
Who
What if
is
I like walk
this?
on the treadmill?
Who is this?
Not Chantel.
This
That's
is Chantel.
No, that's not Chantel either. That was the Witch of the Waste.
This is not Chantel.
That was the Witch of the Waste.
Yeah.
Treadmill for 2 hours a day. Then I could probably eat what I want, right?
No.
Your vibe seems a bit off. Really? No, I'm okay. I need to do merch. I want to do like quarterly merch, like come out with different things every quarter.
She's never going to do a merch.
This is never going to happen.
Never.
When you truly just let things be and just focus on your life. Barbecue sauce.
Yum. Barbecue sauce.
It's the eye roll. What's this do? And let's hit that goal. Thank you, Zephyr. And it's barbecue sauce.
Thank you, Zephyr.
I don't have anything clever in my... Whoa. Oh, fuck, right. Shit.
Agreed, Nadles. There's issues with Beck, but was definitely ABUSED for sure. Agreed, Nadles. Agreed.
I don't have anything really interesting for a stream goal, so I'm just resetting it.
Okay.
But that is goal. Thank you. And Shelly Sweet over the cat. And you were the captain.
Yes, I was.
We did not have club, and the Yikes family's been good.
They are behaving.
And I want to get busy working on, like, you know, my social media life. I want to come up with some kind of podcast of my own.
Ammo, unable to boycott, too fat. Oh, you know what I can do? Put those back up there.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast about what?
You need to add that one. Unable to boycott,
Well, I
too
would have
fat.
to discuss different things. I don't know what I would make it about. Like, what should I
Food. It'd be food.
TBTF. Put it up there.
You would make the boycott about food, because that's all you ever talk about is food.
UTBTF.
It's kind of getting a little large.
That's fine. That's fine. It looks great. Leave it there. Beautiful.
That'll work.
Perfect.
make it about? That's the thing.
But, like, you need... Doing a podcast is not as simple as needing something to talk about. She does live streams every day and has nothing to talk about. She does videos every day and has nothing to talk about. She stays in the same house or she goes to get food. That is her entire life. She has not led an interesting life. She's never done anything. She
Correct.
has no experience in life. She has none of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, what can you really talk about? She doesn't know how to carry a conversation.
No, her podcast would be reading chat.
Yeah.
That's it. Mumbling whatever people say in chat and then giving lame, lying responses, which is what she does now. That's not a podcast.
And, like, my best frame of reference to compare it to is the podcast I do, the AAA. And, like, Friday was a great example. We started the show 5:30. We're supposed to start news articles, tabs at 6. We didn't start till almost 6:45.
Because you guys was just chatting
We're
it
just
up.
talking nonsense.
Yeah.
And
But it was a good show.
My friend showed up later than expected. And I'm still doing the show. I'm like, fuck.
I know it seems like ripping off LolCow Live, but maybe I am a little bit. I can't be somebody's. I can't have a boss. Like, I need to be my own boss.
I imagine that LolCow Live probably just I've not watched it other than that one time when Yaba and FFG were on, but I imagine they probably like have a topic that they're going to discuss for that day, right?
Yeah, they have things on the docket.
Yeah, they have things that they're going to do, not just read chat and answer chat.
Yeah.
Amberlynn on your podcast talking about Beck. Hey, Bridget, you know what I've noticed about that is that nobody believes Amberlynn, no matter what. Like Amberlynn,
because Amberlynn's a liar, just like you.
Amber is a known liar.
You and Amber are like twinsies. You just love to lie and make things up.
Hey, Liz.
About Beck?
Yeah, her and Amberlynn, what are they going to share? Snack tips?
Lies. They're going to tell each other lies.
How to get free DoorDash?
And people just villainize her more and they don't believe her. So what's the point? I don't believe everything that Beck is saying either. Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore about that. Like, I don't care. Did you hear the washcloth? What is the washcloth stuff? I have extreme secondhand embarrassment for Amberlynn. How heartbreaking would it be to have an ex tell all your secret? Exactly. That's what makes her a piece of shit.
That's what you and Natter did.
Do a 30-part series talking about how she abused you, but leave all the personal shit out of it. Like, why do you have to tell people
why did you
about her?
Tell people about Dee Dee's pussy?
Yeah.
And Natter's green peen. Why did you do that?
How do I know Natter has STDs?
Why do we know all of these things about the two of them?
How do I know Dee Dee has a great pussy?
Yeah.
How do I know you pissed on her purple mattress?
Yeah, Chantel. Why are you telling other people's business? For revenge?
Hygiene habits. What does that have to do with anything? So stupid. And I would say that about anybody.
I mean, she even went on talking about Natter's roommate and everything. Like, that guy ain't on YouTube. He didn't do nothing to nobody, talking about the rat guy or whatever she was calling him.
There is another example of her being blatantly homophobic, saying that Natter probably bangs the rat guy.
Oh, yeah. 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 But it's okay when she does it, but it's okay when she comes out, says things that are probably not even true. Like, I doubt Natter's peen was actually green. She's just saying shit to be nasty. Did Dee Dee have a great puss? Maybe, but I would say probably not. Chantel's just saying that because Dee Dee's like 2 years older than her, and Chantel likes to pretend she's really young and Dee Dee's really old. So she comes on and says degrading things about people that probably aren't actually true in reality. But if Beck comes on and says actual true things that happen, she's a piece of shit for that. Mm-hmm. Weird.
She should seek therapy if she's that traumatized. 100%. It doesn't matter if it's gross. Who cares? That's not the point. Like, I think she's milking it for every little bit of clout she can, and she's not talking about abuse. I don't hear anything about abuse in there. All I hear...
You know why she doesn't hear abuse?
Why?
Because she does the exact same thing Amber does. She uses money to try to control and manipulate partners.
Yeah.
They both go for people who they think they can hold money over because that is really all they have to offer. Because people like Amber and people like Foodie they have no personality.
Right.
But they have money.
Yeah, just like she did this to Pete's.
And Natter.
Yeah. And yeah. She controlled Pete's every move. Pete's had to be like her little slave around the house. Pete, go get me this. Pete, go get me that. Like that, yeah. And in her mind, it was fine because she paid the rent.
Fear the T-Rex had a name for the Amberlynn and Foodie podcast.
What was that?
Gunther in the Shelf.
Oh my God.
Here is talking about hygiene habits, whining about shit. And you'll never change my mind, and I don't care about Beck. I don't give a fuck, okay? So be mad at me, unsubscribe, whatever you want. I don't give a shit. I don't care about either of them.
Pete's was absolutely Chantel's Beck.
Yep.
The fact that the internet knows her bathing habits and her ass wiping habits is ridiculous.
You're very lucky that Pete's didn't come out and do that to you.
Nobody was forcing Becky to wipe her ass. Was in a relationship with Amber. As somebody you love, you don't think I had help when I had surgeries?
Okay.
So Pete's wiped you?
Well, Pete's helped her clean her wound or whatever, remember?
Yep.
But that's different. Your ex-boyfriend and best friend helping you clean your wound after surgery when you couldn't do it yourself is different than if he had to do that every day for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? It would be abuse for her not to help her in her time of need. Like
in her years of need. Okay.
The term gray pussy is so brutish, we prefer aged feline. Hey man, I'm still here with poopy puss.
Like, if she has surgery and it's your girlfriend, Like, you're supposed to love this person. You're just going to abandon them and not help them. So she did it then, and now she's complaining about it. Give me a break. So stupid.
Go. Do it, Ron.
No, I'm not going to shush. I'm going to say what I want. Because I give zero cares if...
Oh.
Oh, wave that pinky around, Chantal.
Give me the face. It's in here. It has to be. It's forming.
Complaining about it. Give me a break. So stupid. No, I'm not going to shush. I'm going to say what I want. Because I give zero cares if Becky's fupa suckers don't like me. I hope you know that. I don't care.
Beck's
Like,
fupa suckers. Get out of here, Beck fupa suckers.
I'm sorry, but no. I'm not a follower like all of the
She
people
does look deranged.
She
who are
is
cheap,
changed.
who watch people like Jordy and they're like, yay, let's beat up on Amber Lynn all the time. That's abusive. Nobody cares about
What?
that kind of abuse though, right? Because she deserves it because Beck had to wipe her ass. That's disgusting. I don't care what anyone says. I'll be the only one thinking that way and I don't care.
Okay, Chantal.
So, I don't care if she doesn't defend me bisexual. I'm not the type of person
All hail the righteous Pinky. Yes.
who's a fake ass B and only stands up for what's right because somebody else has my back. I'm not like that. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And ALR said she didn't steal the inheritance money. So unless there's only
That was a big one. That was a really big one. Gimme. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. It just does it for me.
Oh, it's like she's giving you a big smooch, babe.
It just does it. Does anyone actually like Beck, or are they just pretending to like her because they hate Amber? I think it's probably the latter.
Yeah, it's the latter.
Oh, that's just that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna.
She does that just for you.
I'm giving it a second for everyone to grab a screenshot.
unless there's only 2 people who know that truth. So unless we see receipts of that money being stolen, I don't care. Thank you. Beck, did she force Beck to wipe her? Like, this is all stupid and speculation. We're not in their relationship. Why are people so invested? Oh my gosh, it's disgusting to me that she sits there painting.
Yeah, that was a good
pictures.
question there that Barbecue Chillin put across the bottom of the screen. Did Natter force you to drive to his place?
It's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Old lol cows haven't been around in years, but can I share my stash of new lol cows? Sure. The YouTube algo has been blessing me. I've been getting a lot of, like my homepage. It'll be, you know, like Warhammer, pulpy, stuff like that. And then it'll be like one video with like 200 views. So yeah, if you got some stuff, chuck it over. I'll take a look.
Winning over this hater audience by making a 50 million part series from a relationship 3 years ago, talking about her hygiene. It was so horrible. I had to wipe ALR's ass. I had to be wipey for quite some time. I hope you like my coloring butterflies. Like, fuck off. Get out of here. Pisses me off. I'm sorry. But, like, get an
It
effing
pisses you off because you treated your partners... excuse me. You treated your partners the same way Amber treated Beck, and it made her look bad, and it made you look bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it pisses you off, because you do the exact same thing.
job. It was
Big name Rosie. I've heard of this Rosie.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that was in the DMs with Amber, wasn't it?
Yeah.
into a shared account, which was used by both of them. Exactly. You don't get a free ride just because you're wiping your girlfriend's butt. Sorry. When I had my surgery, I needed help. Somebody had to blow dry my friggin' rolls because I had surgery and I had to stay dry. They did it because they loved me. And they didn't sure as hell come online later and say, I was so abused, I had to blow dry rolls.
Yeah, but he did it for like a couple weeks.
Yeah. Not years.
Why is she acting all ratchet? Ooh.
That's a good question.
No. Okay, Marlene, I guess I do care. It pisses me off. But no, I don't care. Like I don't care about their drama. I don't follow it other than what I hear peripherally. You know? Yeah, and ALR was paying all the bills too, Tammy Tuesday. He was paying all the bills too. And that's why Beck is online now, outing her, because she can't get anything else out of ALR. ALR's not paying her bills anymore. Someone has to. Actually, ALR is still paying her bills, just remotely. And I'm not even saying I love ALR. I don't even watch her. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong to me.
Why
That's
are you
my
on
opinion.
Team
And
ALR
y'all
every time then?
Yeah.
can have yours, and I can have mine. Have you ever wiped yourself with a washcloth on that? Why does that matter? Jake, can you give me one reason how that affects
Prove
your
it.
life?
Prove it.
Prove
If
it.
somebody wipes themselves with a washcloth, like, why does that matter? Why is that entertaining to you? That's disturbing. It's not like no one's business. That's what I'm saying. Who said that Amberlynn does that? Who said that? Who outed that tea? that she uses a washcloth.
Amber Lynn showed the drawing of how it was done.
Yeah.
Instead of just
Let
denying
me
it.
guess. Let's see. Who said it? Which ex? Beggy? Right. What does that have to do with her abuse? Her abuse. What does that have to do with it? Nothing, exactly. What if, like, a PSW did that, a personal support worker, went and told everybody, oh, I had to wipe this client.
Yeah,
'cause
a
they're too big."
personal support worker would be getting paid for doing that.
Anyway, I'm not talking about these idiots anymore. I don't care about their drama. I don't know why people are so obsessed. Right, Justine? Like, who cares? Why are you bringing this to my chat? Like, why?
Prove I twerked immodestly on washcloths. Prove it.
Are you guys that obsessed?
Oh, shit.
Like,
I
you
never
need
read
drama
out
that
Janet's thing. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Don't do that.
And I'll
Yeah,
grab that
don't
one,
do
too. And it's Edge Hobbit. No, it's still Edge Hobbit. By Foodie's logic, no one forced her to eat Dee Dee's roast beef. Chantel claimed they were in a relationship. So she can't claim she was a victor of Natter's manipulation either.
That's right, Janet. That is right.
I have to say, though, Amber is clearly much better at emotional abuse than Chantel. She kept Becky in line for how many years? Chantel couldn't even keep Natter in line for 2 weeks.
No, she could not.
It did not work.
She did not have enough money to keep him in line.
And he knew what it was. And, you know, Natter got his bag and he...
Yeah, I mean, Natter knew that the income was only temporary. Like, he wanted a Dee Dee with a stable job and retirement and a home that he could live in. Like, he wanted that. He didn't want Chantel messy. Income could go away at any moment. She gets her channel demonetized for showing children wieners. Like, he didn't want anything to do with that.
Did Miss I Need $50 for KFC just call Beck Beggy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Steelfang, thank you, dear. Y'all have a great night. I have to get drunk before tomorrow. Oh, good job. Go for it, Steelfang.
Are you kegging egging?
Keggin' eggin'.
You know what kegs and eggs?
No.
So,
I don't think I want to know. It sounds terrible.
tomorrow is St. Patty's Day.
Uh-huh.
I have dulled you on day drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But most people only day drink once a year.
Ah.
And it's St. Patty's Day.
Okay. So
Kegs
breakfast.
with eggs. Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
Like my brother and I, we have our day. And he sent me a reel on Facebook or whatever. And it was a clip from Lord of the Rings. Things have been set in motion that cannot be undone. Then when you open your first beer at 9 a.m. on Saturday.
Bad. So talk about her abusive behavior then. Why talk about her wiping habits? Go. It is humiliating, no need, exactly. It has nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean,
Not
I
me.
think Beck mentioned the wiping situation because Beck had tried to be graceful and mindful of Amber's personal private things and just made a blanket statement about, yes, Amber's hygiene did affect the people around us.
Yeah.
And Amber was like, nah, Beck's lying. And she was like, well, no, these washcloths that got thrown away. That's people's property.
I may have something in my iced coffee tomorrow while working. Hell yeah. What kind of shoes do chickens wear? Reebok.
Cute.
Oh, Dirk, you can't post links in the Twitch chat. If you're on Twitter, send them to me over there. I'll take a look, please.
Neither, Justine. I don't watch. I don't care.
It's suicide swiping on Twinder. Jesus. Suicide swiping on Tinder. I'm going to keep that. Sam Silent, word of advice. Clean your toilet before you go out drinking for St. Patty's Day. You may be face down in it later. That is good advice.
That is good advice.
But I will not be drinking tomorrow. It is a Monday, and I do not drink
I
during
have
the
to
week.
go to work.
I do not drink during the week usually.
What do you think about, if people come in here, what do you think about Amber Lynn? About Becky having to wash Amber Lynn? She didn't have to. Like, Beck hitting 100K subs. If she never knew Amber Lynn, she would have 3. So thanks to Amber Lynn's relationship with her. Furthermore, if she doesn't talk about Amber Lynn, she gets no views, so. Not as many anyway. The fact that you guys, listen, do I need to really point out the difference? Did Beck have cigarettes put out on her? Was she punched in the face? She had to wipe an ass. Furthermore, I didn't make a friggin' 30-part series
Don't eat the rest of your Chinese. You call me Big Back.
I want these
about
cookies
it
instead.
after. 3 years after. I haven't talked about the swordfish in a long time.
You talk about the swordfish outlet this
thank
calendar.
you.
Yes.
This is DX's calendar.
Fantastic.
It's how many times Foodie mentioned Natter.
She is obsessed with. She spent all day.
She just talked about him in the last stream, saying she was watching the old videos with him.
She's watched, 4 hours of Natter videos on her channel? Why, Chantal? Because you miss him so much. You miss what romance and passion felt like. Even though he didn't feel that, you, in your crazy mind, thought that you were in a romantic whirlwind relationship, and you miss it.
Yeah, I celebrated last night. I don't need to do it tomorrow. Chantal is too vain to choose ideal servants. She insisted on dudes that are hot, or at least thin. Amber put subservience over looks.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yep. Sin, check your DMs. Don't read it out loud.
Oh, John, what have you done?
Boy.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I loved that, Beck.
2 turntables and a microphone.
Where's that?
So the wonderful
was my
DX
jam.
on Twitter
Washboard robot with a microphone.
keeps, well, for the month of February. I don't know if they're doing it on the.
I hope whoever this person is continues doing this for
DX.
Yes,
Yeah.
DX, wherever you are. Please.
DX does amazing
keep doing
recaps on
this.
Twitter. If you guys aren't following DX on Twitter, you should.
On March, on this month, so I'm not sure, but this was just last month when she says she hasn't talked about him in a long time. So here you can see in the calendar how many times she's talked about Natter or Dee or both.
And Karina, congratulations. I did read that, but I didn't do it. Read it.
So yeah, that doesn't seem like a long time to me. That was a couple weeks ago.
It was a couple hours ago.
Yeah. It's
I'm gonna go follow on Twitter. You should.
I'm gonna too.
When it was happening, though,
I'll go
that's
grab
when
the
I did it.
twits.
That's when I did it. That's when I outed the abuse. I actually watched
No,
those
you didn't.
live streams. The one where I
You
dropped him
didn't
at
out the abuse?
the pharmacy because
When
he
it was happening?
screaming.
Here, I'm
He
gonna.
yelled at you at the pharmacy. You showed the proof that he was mean because he said and you vehemently denied that he ever hit you. He's never hit me. He's not abusive. That whole thing about his ex was a lie. He would never hurt anybody. He's never been abusive to me. Sometimes he gets loud. That's not abuse.
I posted the when I'm getting really disrespectful, it goes straight into DMs, John. Yeah. Yeah, I posted the link to DX's Twitter in the chat. Rage is about Beck commenting about Amber's hygiene issues, but it wasn't that long ago. Chantel was sharing stories of her lovers picking dingleberries out of her nether regions, or having a horrible bathroom incident in a stranger couple's bathroom. That story was a lie.
It was probably a lie,
Yeah,
but
she lied about that.
she was telling other people's private information all over the internet. It's fine when she does it.
Oh yeah, then she paid for his gonorrhea treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And almost hitting me in the car because I wanted to be alone for therapy.
Almost?
Yeah, we're gonna compare
Almost.
abuse.
Almost.
Because I'm sorry, but I fail to hear any abusive behavior from Beck's stories that I've heard, other than embarrassing hygiene moments.
Because you also try to financially abuse people in your life. So you, just like Amber, see nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
So what did she do to abuse Amberlynn? Let's hear it. No, abuse is not abuse. You don't know what the fuck I went through with that guy. He literally put out cigarettes on me. He punched me in the face.
Show me a cigarette burn. Just one.
Went
One
through with
cigarette
that guy.
burn.
He literally put out cigarettes on me. He punched me.
Wait. So before, the story was, originally it was he threw a cigarette at her.
Yeah.
And then it was he put out a cigarette on me. And now it's he put out cigarettes, plural, on me.
All the cigarettes.
All of the cigarettes. She was just human ashtray.
Yeah. And thank you.
Interesting.
I think I try to save this one
God, she makes me
for
mad.
a thumbnail. I feel like she would have mentioned this when it happened. She would have brought this up. This would have been talked about before. It did not happen. It's you can also tell by the way the story evolves. And then there's also the clips of her saying that Natter never hit her.
If she had been burned with a cigarette ever, like, okay, say, according to her, she was covering for him. She was hiding the abuse. But when he finally got it through her thick fucking skull that he was going to be with Dee Dee and not her, and she lost her mind, she would have been pulling up her sleeves and showing us this supposed cigarette burn. When the Dee Dee getting slapped came out and Chantel was desperate to have that sympathy go to her, she would have showed us this mysterious burn, which then still would have looked really fresh because a cigarette burn takes for fucking ever to heal. Like that's my cigarette burn from last year at Burning Man, and it's still pink. It hasn't even like faded away to regular old scar yet.
Yep.
They last a long fucking time, Chantel. You would still have very visible marks, and it would have been extremely visible when you first came out with the abuse story.
We would know exact location on her body where it happened, and the way she showed her body, we would have seen it.
She has no problem showing her body.
Embarrassing hygiene moments. So what did she do to abuse Amberlynn?
And when the Natter is an abuser started, that was before she put on this costume.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like she would be like, well, I can't show you because my costume. No. This was all before the costume. You could have shown us, and you didn't because it didn't fucking happen. You are desperate to be a victim. You are desperate for anyone else's sympathy when it's deserved to be going to you who doesn't deserve it because you're jealous and you're evil.
There was a real good comment there. Yeah, it's, I put this on Twitter. It's like that, what's it, Super Troopers where the guy's on the ground? I was murdered!
No, abuse is not abuse. You don't know what the fuck I went through with that guy. He literally put out cigarettes on me. He punched me in the face.
No, he didn't.
No, I never saw Chantel with a black eye once.
Never even a red mark on her face. And Natter might be like a skinny loser, but I guarantee he could leave a bruise on her face.
Yep.
And as many times as she was on live every day. It's not like there was ever a time when she spent a week not on live to like hide a bruise. Never.
Yeah.
She was on here every fucking day with not a mark on her. Talking about, he's not abusive. I love him. I'm going to pay him to let me come over. I'm going to drive 2 hours to see him.
I still have a brand on my finger. I was real young. I put a cross on my finger.
Oh, God.
I thought it was cool. And like, this is still pink-esque.
Oh, yeah, the fish tank
where
scar.
I put my hand through the fish tank.
Yep.
And like a saw trap.
He withheld my key so I couldn't leave.
That's the only thing you did. One time you were drunk.
Me from wanting
or high, and he didn't want you to...
She was so fucked up.
She was so out of her mind, he had to take her keys so that she wouldn't leave and get into a car accident. And then eventually she turned that into... That originally, that was her first and only thing she said for like a month about him being abusive. Well, he took my keys. And she kept repeating over and over, that time he took my keys and he wouldn't let me leave. That was all that she had. And she was harping on it until the Sam's Bar Lounge video came out. And then all of a sudden he had punched her. He had hit her. He had thrown her around. He had treated her like terribly. All these things. It didn't happen to Dee Dee. It happened to me. It didn't happen to you. He needed your money. He was not going to hit you. He was already moved in with Dee Dee. Dee Dee was trapped there. She can't get away.
She tried to play the Sam's Bar Lounge videos off like it was her.
Mm-hmm.
to do friggin' therapy on myself. So what did she do? Financial abuse? How? She was paying Beck's bills.
Mm-hmm.
She was paying Beck's bills. Exactly.
And forcing Beck to not work and not save any money of their own.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even though they've seen evidence of him being abusive with Dee Dee, he's an abuser, a narcissistic abuser.
He might. You can say he's an abuser to Dee Dee. He's not an abuser to you, Chantel.
Not
Stop
to
it.
You.
Not to you. He was a manipulator and he took your money. He was an asshole for that.
What you want, but he was evil and violent. Now people are going to say that he's not.
Who's saying that he's not? Mm-hmm. He just wasn't to you.
Yep, he is. He's a piece of shit.
Defend to go against me. Right, okay. So what's the financial abuse if Amberlynn was paying all her bills? Did anyone force Beck to stay in that situation?
Yes.
Having to wipe? What evidence?
Yes.
I'd like to know, because I haven't seen any. Where?
You're not paying any attention.
Let me know. Where? What? What did she do? How do you know she stole Beck's inheritance? Where's the proof of that? All I hear is that she had to wipe ass. That's all I hear. For like 3 years.
Amber admitted the inheritance thing.
Yeah.
She said it went in the joint account. The joint account was Amber's money. Amber has also said Beck had to look like they were using their own money by using Amber's debit card. Beck had to pretend they had money. Beck had to bring home receipts for everything that they bought.
Mm-hmm.
So that money going into that account turned into Amber's money.
Yep.
So it's not okay for me to say that, but it's okay for you guys to downplay my abuse. Okay, whatever. So whatever. Yeah, I took up for him a lot and defended him. I had to say, he would always say, go online
Oh, yes, thank you.
and fix it. Fix it. You ruined my reputation.
This was her chat? Oof.
Oh,
So whatever. No. Physical abuse is way worse than having to wipe someone's ass. I'm sorry.
Why'd you stay? Were you living there? Did you have no means to get out from under Natter? Did you have no way to get away? Did you have no car that was yours to drive away in? And Beck had a car, but it was Amber's car. Beck probably didn't. If Beck had been like, I'm breaking up with you and taking the car, Amber would have not let that happen.
Yeah, she would like called the cop.
The only reason Beck was allowed to leave with the car was because Jade came there with a car before Beck left.
Yep.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
Amber would have kept that car and it would have just sat in the parking lot.
So you still can't give me an example of how she was abused. What's her abuse? I need an example. You guys are deflecting on this nattered shit because you can't give me an example. No, I'm waiting for an example. I need to know where Beck gave an example of abuse. Like what? You
I
ruined
don't
people's
think they're
reputation.
deflecting on Natter. They're pointing out the fact that Natter didn't force you to drive 2 hours to his house to be abused.
That way by saying somebody abused you when they actually didn't. So I need to see where the
Your brain must look like the crispy chicken tenders you eat.
Hmm.
That is how financial abuse works.
Yeah.
abuse was. Because all I'm hearing is that she didn't have to wipe Amberlyn and take care of her own girlfriend when she was sick. I'm waiting to hear where the abuse is. Because I call bullshit on Beck. Honestly, I do. I don't care. I'm not a mob mentality person.
Her chat's also really getting on her about saying she instead of they for Beck, which, again,
She's not even trying.
just rolls right back into what we talked about earlier.
Yep. She's not even trying.
Go against ALR just because
Well, she does. In her mind, she already said she doesn't believe that the LGBT community exists anymore.
Right.
everyone else does. I'm sorry. She kept her away from her mom when she was dying. I never heard that in any of the... I'm pretty sure they all went to visit her mom. It's not financial abuse if she's paying her bills. Like, what? Didn't Beck's mom beat Amberlyn up? That's weird
What?
No.
to me. Didn't one of Amberlyn's ex beat up, or was it Casey's mom? I don't know. Oh, Destiny's mom.
Destiny's mom threw a thing
I don't really
at
care.
Amber.
I said, but what I've heard Beck say is all just blah blah. I had to wipe her hygiene habits have nothing to do with anything. Like 3 years later, blah blah blah. I don't care.
So we're supposed to believe your abuse, but not Beck's. That's
Yep.
what it comes down to. Is Beck is getting sympathy writ large,
Mm-hmm. And everybody knows Chantel's a liar.
Yeah. Fear the T-Rex said, "Oh shit, I don't exist." No.
And Chantel probably has a few people. Like, there's Tracy right there. Shut up, Jay. She has Tracy. She has Teardrop. She has a few other of these people that believe her story. And everybody else knows she's a fucking lie. So she's upset.
How do you know that, Evie, that she didn't want her to go to the hospital? She told Beck you can't go see your own mom. I don't know. I highly doubt that. Nope.
No.
Okay, what you
Nothing?
doubt doesn't matter.
Yeah, what you believe means nothing to anybody, Foodie.
Well, it didn't happen because I doubt it. Okay.
Everything was on video. And, there's stuff that would take me... Like, I 100% believe Natter's a scumbag. We see him.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I could see Amber, and again, this is just conjecture. Not that. I could see Amber going, if you take the car, I'm calling the cops and saying you stole it. It's my car.
Oh, yeah. That's her car. Absolutely. If Jade hadn't shown up with a car to be the next target driver, Beck would have been leaving with a U-Haul and an Uber.
Yep. The fact she wanted Natter to be financially dependent on her to keep him with her, of course she wouldn't understand what financial abuse is, or even just, that's exactly exactly what I said. She doesn't see it as abuse because it's what she tries to do.
Right. She wanted to buy Natter an apartment so that she could hold that over him.
Yep.
And get him out of Dee Dee's house. He would have to rely on her for a place to live. He would have to come online and pretend to be her boyfriend, just like Sal is doing now.
Mm-hmm. All she's doing is victim blaming because she wants to be the ultimate victim.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to believe me, actually. You don't have to believe my story. That's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, Ham and Beans,
Tell
her
her-
doing the dancing TikTok videos while Beck was picking out the headstone. That was really crappy.
Demonetize her videos, and I privated all my videos about him. All my videos.
Then...
But you're going back and watching them. Yesterday, you were watching them and reminiscing.
Not only are you going back and watching them, but you're still making new videos talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Teardrop. They brought this up, and now they're acting like, oh, how dare you? How dare you talk against Beck? I want to talk about whatever I want to. If people don't like it, don't follow me. Or leave the chat. I don't care, honestly. I don't get emails from him, Dandelion. Now you're just making shit up.
You said it was an email from him.
You did say that.
See, it's this weird thing that she just knee-jerk has to lie about.
So either the email was a lie or she's lying now. Something's not true here.
That was
like 2 weeks ago, yeah. The fake Natter email was fake?
It's this weird thing that no matter what it is, she just needs to lie about it.
Oh, Poltergeist, yeah, she used to shut his phone off all the time.
Yep.
You're not answering my calls? I'll shut off your phone. That's financial abuse, Chantal. Your money was controlling his ability to communicate. And if he didn't communicate with you when you wanted, because you were the abuser, you would shut off his communication.
She lies more effortlessly than she breathes. Well, we hear her breathe. So
Julie Bean, thank you, dear, says, I don't care about ALR drama. Foodie Beck is horrible and a liar. She's a grifter and does the same type of abuse ALR does, financial. Exactly, Jelly Bean Drop.
Bean Drop, exactly.
I haven't gotten an email from...
It's rare to see Mr. Sin get this mad. His inner dad's coming out. I'm sleepy and crabby.
that loser and forever.
But no, again, I don't really like to talk about it, but I have been through unpleasantness with exes, not financial, but other things that we ended up going to court for, and it was a whole thing. But no, Foodie does not see it as abuse because it's exactly what she's doing. Now, I wasn't financially abused. It was a whole different scenario, but it's how I ended up raising my 2 kids on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So she is just so deluded in her way of thinking that she just cannot even understand somebody going, yeah, it's probably not good. What happened to me was worse.
Yeah, this is not the abuse victim Olympics, Chantal. You don't have to win. Other people can have things happen to them that were bad. You can have gotten used by a guy who was a piece of crap. You don't have to win, honey.
Oh, no, yeah, I did get one. Did I reply to it? No. I haven't talked about or to him in forever.
Oh, okay.
If I wanted to get money, do you know how I could sit here and tell you things I've never told anybody?
No,
because nobody believes you. You've tried that already. That's what you're doing right now. He put out cigarettes on me all the time.
Yeah, he used to drug and butt grate the rat guy.
Yeah.
Like, what else are you going to say about him?
Yeah. Nothing you say is true.
You went to the cops and said that he forcibly sodomized you.
Mm-hmm. And then said, well, I mean, really, he just slipped by accident and she didn't like it. And she told him to stop and he did. So, whoops. It was just a whoopsie. And then all of a sudden it was, I need to go to the police because he's not paying attention to me.
Yep.
But I don't. Because I want to move on from it. Right?
I think Chantal was the abuser.
And I can tell you, what I went through was a lot worse than somebody having to help them with personal...
All he did was take your money. Like, all he did was take her money. That's it. That's all he did.
And she willingly would give him $500, $1,000. She was making in her words, $25,000 to $30,000 a month, and she still had to take payday loans out because she thought she could buy.
Yeah, because she had to pay him to be allowed to come over, and she had already given him all of her money.
Yep.
Care, you know. Amberlynn wasn't physically forcing Beck to not go see her mom. If somebody told me not to go see my mom when she's sick, I would tell them to fuck off and go do it anyway.
Who was forcing you to go see Natter? Who was forcing you to drive 2 hours to get punched in the face, girl? Nobody.
What is Amberlynn gonna do? Chase her? Yeah, I'm comparing. Yes, Eddie J. Deal with it. Bye.
Yeah, Ham and Beans. Can I get $500 for a pack of smokes?
Right?
Bye. See you. I don't want.
What was it? $1,000 for an 8-ball? $400 for an eighth of shrooms? Dumb. She's dumb.
Beck ass kissing people in here anyway. It's weeding everyone out. No, she didn't. Come on. Amberlynn has never displayed any kind of like abusive behavior or any kind of.
No. Okay.
Her demeanor.
I don't
like,
think Chantal watches Amber.
Nattered. Be a
Yeah, didn't Amber block what's her face from leaving?
Destiny.
With the code right? Yeah,
Yep.
Destiny.
complete asshole. What about the time we were live and I went to get up and leave and he forced me to stay physically? He got in my way and I said no. Oh yeah.
Oh, was that when you were drunk or high and he took your keys away? Yeah.
Happened now though, right?
So he helped you.
Has that ever happened to Beck and Amberlynn on camera? No. I don't believe that Amberlynn is a narc abuser. I don't believe it. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Teardrop. She goes online for, for a million times, like, oh, I'm gonna do another part series, and thank you, Mr. Snowflake. Yeah, this is all. They're all in this together, trying to get clout off of Amberlynn. Like, it's stupid. Sorry.
Even her own members are going at her.
Sorry, I have an opposing opinion, and I don't.
Misgendering on purpose? She absolutely is.
Oh yeah, she is.
She 100% is.
She knows.
Care who likes it or not. Defiant, yeah, because I don't agree with your opinion. So, okay. I don't take Beck's side. I don't believe her. I'm sure there's some people who don't believe me. That's fine. I don't care. It's my opinion. So, whatever. Laura, how about you put energy into minding your own fucking business when I exercise or not? Is it your business? She doesn't have proof for anything.
I would love to hear her in court testifying. Same.
Yep. And I'm entitled to it, YouTube lover. And I'm tired of holding my tongue.
Sean, Jesus Christ. That should have gone in DMs.
Because of cancel culture, because of snowflakes, because of people who are hive-minded and pack-minded who just villainize one person over and over for the dumbest shit. I can't stand it. So, yes, there's been lots of proof, Tammy. Lots. The emails I sent to the detective saying it did happen, even when I was trying to retract my statements.
That's like Amber saying I wrote it in my journal with pen. I made an email to the detective retracting my statements, but saying it did happen. You were lying. You were lying when you went into the office, the police office. You were lying when you wrote the email. You were lying when you made a fake alibi when you raped that lady. Shut up, Chantal.
Shut up, shut up, stupid woman.
Because I still wanted to be with him?
Why? He was punching you in the face. No, it's not a trauma bond. You're pathetic. You had given him so much money, you felt like you deserved to own him.
You thought you bought him.
Yeah, you were like, I've paid for you. You have to be mine now. Because you're sick, Chantal. You're fucking sick.
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 Yeah, I said it was a lie. Of course. I hate snowflake people. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hold my tongue anymore just because people don't like it. I'm not here to appease you. I'm not here to be your friend.
Snowflake people, I thought you loved Canada. Heyo.
Oh, God.
It's just me.
Oh, that's enough, honey.
This is my channel. I'm here to talk about whatever I want. How did I break the trauma bond? Just being
He won't
away
let her
for
come
that
over
long,
anymore. He just wouldn't let her come over anymore. Her money ran out. She couldn't buy his attention. That's how she broke the trauma bond.
Sin broke himself. Good job, Sin. He's so proud. Bunch of ice packs.
Staying away. As hard as it was, I kept wanting to go back, begging to go back. Thank God that Dee Dee came into the picture, although I don't wish that on her, abuse on her.
Yes, you did.
You said that you hope he chokes her out. That was verbatim what you said. Iceback, Snow Mexican, Frostbacks, it's all the same thing. Oh, Liz. Number 4.
Ooh, number 4.
And that's low HP, too.
I wish he would leave his ass in the friggin' streets of Montreal, but, I almost...
I'm lost. What happened? I made myself.
He made a stupid joke and giggled for 20 minutes about it.
Didn't. Like, I almost, like...
Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die.
Yeah.
No, that's not harsh, Norm. I think we're all on the same page here. Just going to leave this here for no particular reason from Woojabit.
Woojabit, thank you.
The tariff dodgers.
I dropped him off, and then thank God, honestly...
Syrupians. The tariff dodgers and the Syrupians.
Fantastic.
I don't get triggered by Chantel often, but this shit really gets me. This genuinely aggravates me that she is so smug and so proud while being so wrong
and lying.
But I like, especially with the super serial stuff like this, I need to try to make myself laugh.
Yeah.
Because then I'll actually start to get mad. But then I start to feel like actual genuine emotions welling up. Then I read the Syrupians in the chat. I'm like, okay. We're still just on the internet.
Thank God for Sam's Bar Lounge, because I believed, because I'm an idiot, that he didn't cheat on me, even after he cheated on me and gave me an STD, which is abuse, physical abuse.
He was living with another woman, you fucking idiot! Shut up!
He was living
He
with
was
another woman.
living with Dee Dee for like 4 months. I believe he didn't cheat on me. I thought he wasn't sleeping with Dee Dee. You went over there and ate her pussy, you idiot.
And then she tried to say that she got it from a fat dude. Like, we know you don't bang fat guys.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the micropene.
Having sex with someone without telling the person and not using a condom, yeah, that's disgusting, and giving them an STD.
But you loved it the most.
On the way home from Montreal after I dropped
you
my
paid
keys,
for his medicine and went back for more, dummy.
I heard the Sam's Bar Lounge video came out, and I was like, wow. And I heard them talking about everything, how they were just...
People are paying attention to Dee Dee. People are feeling bad for the woman that stole my boyfriend. Nuh-uh. He hit me first. I was lying when I said he was nice to me for my money. Really? He was hitting me the whole time. And I was paying him to do it.
It's so weird how the story changes so dramatically. Guys, you don't understand. He's so loving to me off of camera.
He's so nice without the camera on.
He's so perfect.
He treats me like a queen.
And now it's behind the camera. He was using me as an ashtray and a punching bag. My head was a speed bag. You guys don't get it.
Together, and like, just it all built up. All of this stuff just built up. I don't care. Charlie Gold can suck a dick, honestly. Sorry to say that, but she's a bitch. Honestly, she is one sad person. She loses weight for a gotcha.
Good for her.
She
lose weight for a gotcha. Good for her.
Yeah, look, man.
Good. Gotcha. Now she gets to live, and you're not gonna make it as long. Gotcha.
I read something. It said it doesn't matter what your motivation is. You could go to the gym to want to have Broly's body, or you could do it out of spite. Most of the time, you do it to make the sad voice go away. It doesn't matter. Just go to the fucking gym.
She still sits there with her head bobbing around. This is disgusting. ALR is so gross. Like, F off. Get out of here.
Why are you watching?
You're a bully too.
Why are you watching? Why are you watching the people you don't like, Chantel? Stop it.
John, I'm doing that thing where I tap the side of my nose.
Talking like this during Ramadan, yep.
I thought she only watches whoever Yo Mama reacts to. Yo Mama doesn't react to Charlie Gold.
I don't believe so.
Chantel must be watching.
What alibi?
What happened to her piety? She pie-ate it. Pie-eated.
Alibi dandelion, are you talking about? I've told that story. If you're talking about May, I've told that story a million times. All right? I've said it a million times.
You didn't want him to get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly, Ron. They're all trash. The whole community that reacts to Amberlyn is trash. And I don't
You
care
didn't care what he did to May because he was cheating on you. You didn't care. May deserved it because May tried to steal your man.
Charlie lost a whole ass human. It doesn't matter why. Exactly, a John drop.
8,000 people who disagree with me.
I go to the gym to look good for my woman. Exactly, ham drop.
Exactly, ham drop.
Ham drop. I did something the other day, and I think I do have some type of body dysmorphia. I think I look small, but fat.
You're not fat or small, honey.
But I was just walking through the studio, and I have a big black glass board in there, and I caught my reflection in it. I was like, ooh. Nice.
Y'all can get bent and sit and spin. I don't care. He lied to me. He showed me the DMs, and I didn't understand the timeline. After that, I understood. I said it could have happened. And whenever he said that he was going to get me to testify, I said, don't, because now I know that there is a time that you could have done it. So where am I defending him? You just hear what you want because your ears are blocked.
No,
you're
lying, Chantal. You're lying again.
Yeah, it's a lie.
You're lying again.
No, he's not a low-value man, okay?
Dude, I cannot... Low value man, that makes me think of like the alpha male crowd, the Tates.
Red pills.
The red pill, thank you. Makes me think of the Tates. And
I like red pill content.
which gross. But no, the Tate's gross.
Well, Tate's gross, yeah.
It makes me think of that, but if you want to talk about it, Sala is a low value man.
Yeah. Sala brings nothing.
He brings nothing to the table. He's not even funny or interesting.
No.
Hello, Chet. Hi, Beezers.
No, there's nothing quality about Salad at all. She could have picked up any guy off of the street. It would have been the same. Julie Bean, at the end of the day, she became Islamic to wear the shower cap and have a smaller face. Yeah, her eyes are still bulging and she has the diabetes. No lies detected. Thank you, Julie Bean.
You're low-value people. You're people who don't think for yourself. You're sheep. You're
no relation.
Zombies. You don't have a single... You're a fucking amoeba with legs. So, yeah, that's what you are.
Legs.
And then y'all can get out of my chat. Thank you.
Chantel's kind of shaped like an amoeba.
Well,
those are those, like, blob things. Yeah, she kind of looks like an amoeba with little feet sticking off of it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Who else disagrees? Who else loves Beck right now? Seriously, if you love Beck, I'm going to block you.
Beck haters? Beck lovers?
Get out of my town.
Get out of my town.
Oh, you know what? Ham and Beans and Are You Serious back to back. Can you play Crazy Frog with one hand on a keyboard? He does play a mean Crazy Frog. TLV on Twitch said he's an incredible musician.
Right to jail. Right to jail. Right away. Right to jail. Right to jail. Right.
Turd Drop says, fuck Chantal.
Exactly, Turd Drop. Preacher Bill said it's obvious to me as a Baptist preacher I am just as much a Muslim as Chantal. You might be, Preacher Bill. You might be.
And, you know,
I'm allowed to make a sound. Settle yourself, sir.
And AYS said it in a stream once. And I can't not think about it. If you're going to act like this, put on a baseball cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Miss Quinn.
Because she does all of this and then says, yes, as a Muslim.
Yeah, she sure does.
Nah, what evidence? I'm still waiting to hear.
Mucinex, so sure.
I think the most abusive people, more than Amber Lynn, is the Amber Lynn reaction community. You're going to tell me that that bug-eyed creep with a wife beater, Jordy, is not abusive? Trying to zoom in on Amber Lynn's legs and in the reflection.
He's sick. Sick. Jordy, you're sick.
I just spit my water everywhere. Oh, God damn it.
That bug-eyed creep and a wife beater. Got him.
Like making fun of her the way he does, but that's
Kid, wear another Blondini wig, Chantal.
okay, right? Because Beck had to wipe Amber Lynn's ass. Yeah, I know, Rosa. He gets like 1 million views. He gets more views than FFG. He gets tons of super chat because that's...
He does. And you know why? Because Jordy is funny and people like his content.
Yep.
He will do a 3-hour stream on a 15-minute video and it's entertaining the entire time.
Yep. People enjoy watching him. Whatever he's watching. And he doesn't just watch fat girls. He does Eugenia Cooney and shit. He reacts to all kinds of different things, Chantal. He hardly talks about you, though, you poor thing.
And I think that's why she's mad.
Poor Chantel hardly gets any attention from the creep and a wife beater.
But isn't it weird how she said that? Listen, I'm going to pull it back. Tell me if you hear what I hear.
The way he does, but that's okay, right? Because Beck had to wipe Amberlynn's ass. Yeah, I know, Rosa. He gets like 1 million views. He gets more views than FFG. He gets tons of super chat because...
Poor Chantel. She's the real victim in all of this.
He calls them the blob people. He does, you're right. He calls them the blob people.
Yeah, they are the blob people. Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they want. People want somebody to beat up on the internet. They want the drama to keep going. They're encouraging him to be a disgusting MF.
Go. Do it, Prime.
Yippee!
Getting more super chats and Chantel is bullying and abuse. Here's to bullying. Okay, you know what?
Thank you, Janet.
You're in charge for a second. I got an idea.
That was pretty good. Yeah, she wishes Jordy would talk about her. God. Creep and a wife beater. Poor Jordy. He didn't even do nothing.
No, he's just catching strays.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You like that?
Yes, that's fantastic.
Creep and a wife beater. I will say though, I don't know how people drop like 100 memberships in one.
Yeah,
go.
that's amazing.
Like I looked, and it has to be something special you do because it's not an option.
No.
So unless I'm just because I listen, but I'm like, how do you drop 100 memberships?
I don't know.
But then I'm like, dude, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's dirty money.
It's Chantel's money, and she needs it now.
877 mine now.
I know I can't talk about it, right? But they bring it.
And if you want to be a member on the channel, you get early access to stuff and then a bunch of old stuff too.
Up in my chat, knowing they want to. Honestly, it feels so freeing saying something without having to walk on eggshells in Gore World, worrying about people villainizing you. I don't care. I really don't
You're
care.
already there.
Yeah.
You are all like BPD is bad person disorder, and you and Amber are both definitely down the rabbit hole. It is hard. We often talk about how Chantel sets a low bar and can't even get over. It is a high bar to make yourself look worse, yet still somehow you manage to do it week after week after week. You make yourself look worse, whether it's saying, I'm going to kick that cat, then stepping on it and going, I didn't do it, and running away. You somehow just make yourself look worse time after time after time. The only thing you have successfully done on your channel since moving to Kuwait is make yourself look like a bad human, a rotten seed.
Yep.
That's all you've done. You put on the hijab to be an Islamic. Julie Bean for $1.50 and Hammond Beans gifted a membership to Cassandra Cat. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
You put on... Do it 99 more times. You put on the hijab to be an Islamic, and 20 minutes later, you put up an Instagram post saying, I don't believe the LGBT community exists. My God doesn't acknowledge it. You take anything you do and you ramp it up to the 10th degree, and then you fail because you are a failure. I'm boycotting. Never mind. I like KFC too much. My convictions are overthrown by a crispy chicken tender. My love for Palestine means nothing compared to this heap of fried blob. All you've done successfully since moving to Kuwait is make yourself look bad, put out a bunch of religious misinformation,
Get fat,
and gain 150 pounds.
Yeah. Beautiful. Good job, Chantel.
I don't have to like people just because other people do. Encouraging me to eat.
Exactly. KFC fucking sucks.
KFC really does suck. She doesn't even get the mashed potatoes or gravy, and that's the only thing good that they have.
And that's the shit they sell at like the GFS.
I have to eat Kitten Zombie. They're not my mom. They're not my dad. If they're coming to watch a mukbang, you know.
What?
I have to eat Kitten Zombie. They're not my mom. They're not my dad.
What?
How many times a day?
I tell you that you're not my dad because you can't just boss me around. I am an adult human female and you are not my leader. And I don't have to just listen to you when you talk. I don't have to listen to you tell me what to do. You're not my dad. So shut up and stop bossing me around. And then tell me you don't listen. No, I don't have to listen. God, I'm your wife, not your child.
You sent me a reel this morning. It's like when my woman ambition becomes too much and it's a lady trying to hang her cabinet and it takes her down. Or the lady who's trying to pick the thing up with the dolly and it whacks her in the head.
Oh, Blue Eyed Panther gifted a membership.
Have an
Thank
argument
you.
with your girlfriend, go home and take it out on your wife.
Right. And that went to Raven Corex. And then Julie Bean gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, dear. We got Rain, Stormy,
Rain and Stormy.
Lux Capacitor,
Rain, Stormy.
Vanessa, Sink Handle,
Nice.
and Nanushka. Thank you, Julie Bean.
Thank you so much, Julie, and thank you, Blue Eyed Panther and Ham and Beans.
Thanks, guys.
The KFC bread pudding at the ones that had the buffet was fire, though. You had KFC buffets?
I never had a KFC buffet.
Fat Hall of Fame shit right there. KFC buffet.
If they're coming to watch a mukbang, you know.
Shelly's venting some pent up pressure. Look,
this is a whole thing, man. We've had some fucking arguments about this shit. I'm like, I am not your servant. Stop bossing me around.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, hey, you're going downstairs. Take this thing with you. I don't know.
Probably get some cool version of that. Because I can tell because you're illiterate and you can't spell, and you're a broke bitch. You only send $2 super chats.
You're a broke bitch. You only send $2 super chats. You're sending me $20 to go get McDonald's later.
Oh, God.
You're a broke bitch. You only send $20 super chats. I need somebody to buy me dinner.
I'm sorry, but my man isn't into women with a face with 5 miles of rough road, lady. Keep your $2. I'm taking
OG Just Jill gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, OG Just Jill.
Or, like, this is a perfect example.
Okay, what? Shut up. Leave me alone. You're not my dad. We have Frankie Fish, Wild West, Sinadala, Ellie, and Grime Time Fat on Fat Crime.
I love that.
Thank you, OG Just Jill.
Thank you, Just Jill.
taking Amberland's side, even just for the mere fact.
I love how all of that, the chat is like, wait, KFC has bread pudding?
Ew.
That the entire reaction community on her is more abusive than anyone. But I don't talk about N-word, you know who, anymore, because...
N-word.
N-word?
Natter? Who you talk about literally 4 times a week? Shut up.
Oh. I thought she was just being a dirty racist for a second.
I would not be surprised.
Read Southern Gothic's excellent quote.
Oh, it was up higher. I saw it.
My old coworker used to say this when her man was acting like her father. You gonna raise me or fuck me? Look, man, it's hard raising your wife. Every guy out there was just like,
Shut up, all of you. All of you fuck off. You're not a real dad.
Every married or long-term relationship guy out there just went,
I chose to drop the charges.
Janet says salad isn't into women with 5 miles of rough road on their face. Oof. Just women with 31 frames of watery mashed potatoes under their body. Jesus, Janet. Oh, and Julie Bean said, "You're not my dad." That's right. That's right.
Did she just call Natter the N-word?
She did call him the N-word.
N-word.
She called him the N-word.
And that's it. I'm moving on. I don't want to think about
Southern Gothic said, "I can't breathe."
about him every day. What I went through with him was traumatic enough. I don't want to relive it every friggin' day. At the time in my life stream,
You do.
sure.
You
no, I'm not upset.
You literally want to relive it every day. You're reliving it today because Beck got attention that you didn't get.
You know what? Sean is right. Chantel's not a racist. Racists have beliefs. She believes in nothing.
That's true.
I'm giving my opinion. That's what people like. They make the mistake.
Training is a long and difficult issue. Have you considered withholding snacks or using a water bottle? Motherfucker, we had a water bottle. Men do not protect their women because they are weak. They protect them because they are R-worded.
R-worded. Thank you, Colt.
See, I told you every man is like,
That's true.
Dick thinking I'm upset. I'm just like reacting like all other reactors do, you know? Your daughter's a CNA, she wipes butt a lot.
Oh, she wants to go back. If Natter called her right now and was like, I fucked it all up. You were the one for me. I treated you horribly. I want to come back. I will claim you publicly.
She wouldn't even pack her bags. She would be on the plane.
She would.
It would no suitcase. No,
it would
going.
Look like a cartoon poof.
Yep.
There'd be a Chantel-sized hole in the wall. Like she'd be running out the door so fast, Sally would turn around and just see this.
I wish that Natter would like start trolling her and messaging her and inviting her to come back, and then just not pick her up from the airport.
And imagine she went and talked crap about that, making fun of the people who need their butts wiped.
My dog came and checked on me because I was laughing so hard.
Like, that's so ableist. I don't care if you think that Amber Lynn...
Ableist. Because Amber got too lazy to wipe her own ass and decided Beck could do it for her.
You know,
It's
Big
ableism.
Dave is right. She believes in the Church of Chantel.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 John says John did not say it. Oh, and Call to Curl Stream Boss change. Nice.
All right.
John says, I have banned a certain person from using power tools. What did I get you
am good at using power tools.
What did I get you for Christmas?
You got me power tools. You got me that little electric drill.
Yep.
Yeah, and hammer. You got me pink ones. I've always wanted pink tools, and I love them. I used them to build my little shelf thing last week.
This is for Shelly only. When my brother gets a job, my father gets the same amount of the same amount of advanced degrees I did, or a male partner that makes the same or more money than me can give me instruction. So far, they are 0 for 0 on me in those terms.
Thank you, Annie, with the no. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meet those.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and that's Annie with an LS Stream Boss.
All right.
Somehow.
What number are we on?
6.
6.
And obese people do it to themselves. There's reasons people are obese and they struggle. Like, how is Gore World is all obese? How are you going to sit there, someone like Amber Lynn and FFG going to sit there being morbidly obese as hell and trying to say that, make fun of obesity? Get a life. Okay, guys. I'll see you later.
Sam, I said it before. She would set the land speed record for getting to the airport. Sin drilled and hammered Shelly for X. Yeah?
He did. Yeah, he did.